to Hollywood now. Italian actress and director Asia Argento allegedly paid hush money to a male actor who accused her of sexual misconduct. Let's get the latest from our correspondent in LA, Mary McCarthy. She joins us live. Mary, a 22-year-old actor and musician, says Argento sexually assaulted him when he was 17. Tell us more about where this allegedly happened.
So this happened allegedly right here in Los Angeles, which is important to keep in mind because the victim, as you said at the time, was just 17 years of age, and the age of consent, of sexual consent in California, is 18. So he was below that limit. Jimmy Bennett, an actor, a child actor who'd worked for over a decade, in fact, with Asia Argento, who was 37 years old when this happened. The two of them planned to meet at a hotel. She, in fact, had posted on Instagram about how happy she was to have this reunion with an actor that she considered really a son. She had seen him grow up over the years. They met up. A family member dropped Jimmy Bennett off at the hotel. They went into the hotel room. It's alleged that Asia Argento gave him alcohol and then proceeded to have sexual relations with him. And after that, she in fact asked him to take some photographs of the two of them in bed together. Jimmy Bennett alleges that when he went home after the encounter, he was mortified, disgusted, and confused. He says that in the ensuing months and years, the trauma of what happened really affected his career and his ability to work. And he says on top of that, the fact that Asia Argento over the past year has been in the headlines for the Harvey Weinstein scandal as one of the main accusers against Harvey Weinstein, accusing him of really very similar behavior, sexual assault and sexual battery in hotel rooms. He said that reliving that in the media brought his own trauma very much to the surface.
Bennett apparently threatened to sue Argento in November, but received hush money allegedly.
Right. So his lawyer sent a letter of intent to Asia Argento's lawyers back in November asking for $3.5 million in damages. The two parties came to an agreement, it's believed, in April, in which she agreed to pay him $350,000, so just a tenth of what he had initially asked for. It's believed that that agreement does not include any non-disclosure terms, and that's most likely because, according to California law, you can't ban people from speaking out again about these types of incidents. It is believed, however, that the agreement does give Asia Argento control over those compromising photos of the two of them in bed together. It's also worth pointing out that as of just the past couple of hours, the LA County Sheriff's Department has gotten involved, saying that it will reach out to both actors and their lawyers to see if this is something where they have to pursue criminal charges, knowing again that Jimmy Bennett was a minor at the time of this alleged sexual battery, sexual assault.
So any word from Argento herself about the allegations?
No, and the silence is telling, given that she has been so outspoken as a leader of the Me Too movement. But as of this point, she has made no statement. The New York Times, which broke the story, says they've been contacting her as of late last week, and there has been no word from her. We have, of course, had word from many of the other leaders of the Hollywood Me Too movement. That includes people like Rose McGowan, who tweeted that her heart is broken to hear this and that she will continue to do her own work on behalf of victims of Harvey Weinstein and other victims of sexual assault. But in a way, she's sort of distancing herself there from Asia Argento. And other leaders of the Me Too movement are saying that it's important to not let this detract from the larger movement, and to keep in mind that the fact that in this case Asia Argento may in fact be found to be culpable of sexual battery, that doesn't mean that she herself cannot also be a victim, that this doesn't take away her own rape accusations against Harvey Weinstein.
All right, we have to leave it right there. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Our correspondent, Mary McCarthy in Los Angeles.